asked earlier, where's everybody from? And right now, anyway, I don't really know where I'm going with that. I want to ask you now, and it means a lot to us, both from a musical perspective, but also an emotional perspective. It was a record that it took a lot of time and a lot of effort, and we're really, really proud of it, and we're just so happy that it's out in the world. And having an opportunity to be able to share that with everybody is, it's the coolest thing about music, right? You write something, you make something, and then us as a band, we get to share it with you guys, and it becomes yours. I've always said that making records throughout our career, things feel like they're yours up until they're released. Do you know what I mean by that? Where something that is made and exists maybe for us in email files and things back and forth, and it's not really the album yet until it's out, and then it no longer just belongs to us, those of us who made it. It belongs to you guys, and you can make with it what you want, and it can mean the things that it means to you, independent from what the thought process was when the songs are being written, because music is one of those things where it can be, I guess it's super subjective. It also can be developed into whatever you're feeling from it. Anyway, so we were very fortunate that we were able to, I guess it was last week or recently, do an in-store, albeit a different type of in-store. We've been doing in-stores at Hot Topic for a very long time. This one was a very unique one in that it was obviously pandemic specific, so there was only a few people that were allowed to come in. People had to win an opportunity to do it through Hot Topic, and then we kind of did like a Q&A on here, and that was a lot of fun. But now I'm doing I guess the listening party. Now I'm doing one of these things. So as people are coming into the room, I just want to say hello to everybody, and I'm going to start looking through some of these comments. Let's see. What are we doing for Halloween? We are playing a show in Pittsburgh, and that is the chief thing. It's also my mom's birthday, Halloween, so everybody wish my mom, Amy Biersack, a happy birthday on Halloween, because it is her birthday, which, by the way, not an ideal birthday when you have a little kid, because her birthdays were mostly spent with me as a little kid, trick-or-treating and going around dressed as Batman. So she was very selfless in that way, that her birthdays were mostly spent celebrating me, I guess, in many ways. So anyway, happy birthday to my mom on Halloween. But yeah, we're playing a show in Pittsburgh. Really looking forward to it, and who knows, we might have some special surprises planned in terms of the aesthetic of the show, so we're looking forward to that. Let's see what else we got. Just a lot of highs. Hello to everybody. A lot of people's birthday. What song on the Phantom Tomorrow spoke to you the most? I think that they all are impactful in different ways. They're all meaningful in different ways, because obviously, being that we wrote the record, those things, for me as a lyricist, everything plays into something that I've experienced or is meaningful to me in that way. But as far as listening to it, the song that really sticks with me always is Fall Eternal. I think that's, it was a lot of work. It's a song that, over the course of, really from the beginning of the pre-production period, it started with this idea that Jake and Jinx had musically, and it really, really appealed to me. And we just started work on it right away, and we chipped away at it through the course of making the record. And Eric and I started really going down the rabbit hole of vocal stuff, and we brought Roberta Freeman in, who's incredible, who also sang on Lost It All. She sang on Fall Eternal as well at the end, and just so many cool things. It was also the distinction of that is when we were making that song, and recording the elements of it, it was kind of the height of the pandemic. So things like having Roberta come in, and Eric and I are the only ones who were able to be in the studio because of the way that things were, with making sure that people were distanced and everything else, and having to we were on one side of the glass, she was on the other. We never were in the same room, and we got to communicate through the talkback in the studio. But it was a lot of fun, but it was also a very interesting and very COVID-specific experience. So anyway, that's one that will always mean a lot to me. Is it surreal that you can keep doing this type of stuff and are used to it at this point in your career? It absolutely is surreal. All of this is. The fact that, we still get to do this and have the opportunity to, be on tour, make records, release an album, and it's the only dream that I had as a kid, was to get to do this. So the fact that now, here I am at 30 years old, I get to do this professionally, and that you guys support it and have given us this shot, it means everything to all of us. So we're all incredibly appreciative of what you do for us, and none of this gets to happen without you guys. All right, what else we got here? What am I going to be for Halloween? I feel like we've addressed that. I don't want to give that away right away. Are you planning on coming to France? Hopefully. I mean, I'll get this out of the way right now. For all the country-specific questions that may come in, we hope to and plan to come everywhere in the world. Any place that we've ever played before, places we haven't played before. At this point, the only thing is, there are certain restrictions as to where we can go, with the pandemic still being a really severe issue. So once we can go to your country and play there, then we absolutely will. Will there be a second leg of this tour? There will not be a second leg of this tour, but there will be a pretty significant, awesome, fucking crazy tour that we are putting together right now that we will be announcing before too long. So that'll be great. What else we got here? Have I seen the Batman trailer? Of course. Downloaded the 4K version the day it came out. Watched it 800 times. Dissected it. Went through all the shots. Of course I've seen it. My favorite holiday. My favorite holiday is Christmas. I love Halloween, obviously, for the aesthetic things, and I love fall and the season and everything. I think a lot of us probably feel that way. A lot of people on the Hot Topic music Instagram probably like Halloween the most, and I do as well. But, there's the feeling of the end of the year, and my birthday is on the 26th, so I just like that kind of time of the year quite a bit. Will we ever do an acoustic? I don't know when or where or anything, but I think if there's been anything that's happened for us over the course of the pandemic, and then in addition to having to do those couple of shows, when Cece unfortunately had COVID, we learned that we really enjoy doing the acoustic stuff. And so, in fact, tomorrow we're doing one for a radio station in Columbus. We're doing like a small acoustic set before the show. So I think at some point you would definitely see an acoustic tour from us. Why is the blonde streak back? For fun. Why is anything ever? Why is anything ever always? We've had like 9 shows in a row. We have a stretch of 17 shows without a day off. I was just fucking walking around in this store the other day, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do that thing to my hair. And here it is. It has been done. Plans for new tattoos. I'm going to get the blonde streak from my hair tattooed directly across my face. So it'll just be one continuous thing all the way up. It's not done, by the way. It's like, you've got to go in stages when you go from black hair dye. So it's like it's in the orange stage, so it'll have to keep going. But yeah, this is where it's at right now. Tattoo tour. I don't know. It's cold. I've done that, I think. I've done that. I believe there's probably several on YouTube of me doing that. What else we got here? Are you planning on coming to Spain? Yes, once again, every country that we can come to, we plan to come to. It's just a matter of when. How is the blonde going to show up on your face? With magic, motherfucker. It's going to be magical. That's how. That's all I have to say is magic. Magic. Magic the Gathering, Magic Johnson, the Orlando Magic. Somehow Harry Potter's in there. Full blonde comeback. No. It is impossible to maintain and not particularly good for my hair. I've enjoyed it and I like the aesthetic. But there was also a story reason why I changed it and why it was meant to be evolutionarily changed throughout the course of the videos. But from a practical standpoint, kind of a bitch. Doesn't really work with my hair texture. I have very poofy, as some people might say, floofy hair. And it becomes sort of like wet moss. It's not great. But who's to say it's never going to come back? But it'll always come back for a very short burst because I can't hang. I love the live video of Crimson Skies. So do I. Edwin DeBalb. If you don't follow him, please go do it. Edwin. So it's A. No, it's not. It's not A. It's EDWIN_DABOUB. And I want to say that is correct. Hopefully it is. He's our photographer on tour. He works with Sumerian Records. He is the one who made that fantastic live video that kicks so much ass. So go watch it if you haven't seen it. It's on the Sumerian YouTube page. Let's see here. Bring the red streak back. I actually considered that. I might still do that because it's very, it's on brand. It's on theme with the record. I might do that. Every time I lean back, you can see this little guy. There he is. Look at him. Look at him. What is the particular song that was vocally challenging for you on this record? I would say, I'm trying to think of what was maybe difficult to track. Probably Wicked One. There's not a lot of breaths in that one. It can, and the chorus is pretty high in my range. But it's also one I really enjoyed tracking. The most fun I had tracking a vocal was Fall Eternal, because I was just so, amped for that day. And I also love Born Again. I love all of them. What else we got? Skunk Stripe Boy. How did you know that is what I demand everyone on the crew to call me? Mr. Skunk Stripe Boy. I don't, really. Is there anything you would want to tell new fans like myself? Welcome. This, and then I would say, just look at this guy. Look at this guy, and then you'll know, is what I'll say. No, thank you for coming aboard. We appreciate it. Any new fans, any old fans, anybody that gives a shit about what we do is all right with me. I like you. Let's see. Speaking of tattoos, I want to get a BVB tattoo. With the one with the wings, yes, that we all have. We got. I keep telling Lonnie we got to figure out what his BVB tattoo is going to be. For about, I would say about 10 years, every tour I go on, I want to get. I don't even play Mortal Kombat. I just think it's so funny. I always say that I'm going to get. What's his name? Cyrax. Is it the yellow robot guy from Mortal Kombat? At some point, I don't know, 8 years ago, 9 years ago, on the bus, I think we had somebody who was playing Mortal Kombat. Which, by the way, everybody hated when I would play because I don't know what I'm doing. And I would play as Sub-Zero, and I would just do the ice sword, which is apparently indefensible if you just keep hitting it over and over again. So I would never do I would never move. I would wait for the person to come to me, and then I would just mash ice sword over and over again. And, yeah, that's it. That's my defense mechanism. And that is true. Lonnie does have In the End lyrics tattooed. I forgot about that. Clearly not studying his tattoos well enough. But that is correct. Button mash, fuck the world. I assume you mean For the Win, but when I was a young lad, FTW meant fuck the world. I think there's a Tiger Army song called Fuck the World. So going to be more music and singles from the album. Hopefully. Yeah, honestly, it would be cool to be able to do a video from every song. But at this point, we're kind of focusing on touring, getting out there and playing shows, because we get to do it again. So we want to see you guys. What else we got? Should get a Phantom Tomorrow theme tattoo. Agreed. I have the Blackbird tattooed on my arm, which there's some photos that have been posted of that. My friend Sean Kama did that tattoo. It's very cool, and I'm very appreciative. What else we got here? Are you Batman? I'm a Batman. I am the voice of the Dark Knight's death metal Batman, so I can now officially, no longer am I but a poser. I can officially say that I was cast to be Batman in something, and I did it. So I'm not just a straight up poser. What else we got here? I will tell Juliet you say hello. Sid_6. What is your rising sign? I don't know. Juliet would know. And she probably has told me, but I have forgotten it because I do not retain information unless it is useless trivia about pop culture things or sports. And if that is the case, then I have just hundreds of useless facts. Where is she? She is about to get ready to go on tour. She's going on tour. Lil Lazar is going on tour with Evanescence and Hailstorm, and they are starting rehearsals. So, getting ready to kick ass on an awesome tour, so go see them. How does touring affect you after the tour? Touring affects me immediately in the sense that my voice, it has difficulty over time. It's just very hard to do 75, 80 minutes a night of singing and screaming and everything else without getting wear and tear. So right now we're in a run of 17 shows without a real day off. So my voice is starting to feel a little bit of strain. But so what I do with that is vocal exercises. I have a billion different concoctions of teas and honeys and lozenges and stuff. And then Lilith Juliet has been hugely instrumental in teaching me a bunch of vocal exercises and things that I can do to get my voice back before the shows. What is your favorite useless sports fact? I wouldn't say it's my favorite, but the sports fact that remains strongest in my mind, that bothers me the most, is that the Cincinnati Bengals have not won a playoff game in 30 years. Guess how old I am? Meaning that my lifetime, almost exactly to the month, runs counter alongside the winless playoff streak of my favorite sports franchise. What's my favorite Disney princess? Dumbledore. No, that's not Disney, and he's a wizard. Wolverine. There we go. No, what's the... I don't know their names. Frozen was good. I enjoyed that. The songs. I like all of them. I genuinely, I'm not a Disney movie hater. I like all those movies. When I was a kid, I loved all of them. Belle from Beauty and the Beast. That was my favorite as a kid because I wanted to sing like Gaston. And this is an exclusive to this Hot Topic stream. They did Beauty and the Beast when I went to the School for Creative and Performing Arts. And I really wanted to be Gaston. And nobody even considered me for the part. So... son of a bitch. If you're watching this, anyone that was there, you fucked up. Yes, Dumbledore is the main character of Frozen. I could be a Disney princess. That is extremely flattering. Thank you. Because they're extremely cool and drawn in a very cool aesthetic. So if I could be aesthetically nearly as cool as a beautiful Disney princess, boy, I have won. I've won the day. Do I still follow a vegan diet? I would say 99%. The only times that I ever go off of it are in a pinch, with things like a protein bar or, if there's something in a sauce. But primarily, yes. And it's been that way for, I would say, 6 years, 7 years. I have, over time, when I first started doing it, I wasn't also supplementing it with trying to be healthier all around and exercising and, taking care of myself. So now I would say, I call myself more of a vegetarian, a vegan-leaning vegetarian than a straight vegan. But I don't eat any meat, and I try to avoid any kind of animal byproduct in my food. Are you in Louisville right now? I am. I'm in a bus right now, but that bus is in Louisville. So proud of how far you've... Thank you. Very nice. Very nice. Have I watched Squid Game yet? No. I have mentioned it. Part of the thing when you're on tour, right, is like, for me and Lilith, like there's just this stack growing of things that we want to watch together. And I'm on tour and she's about to go on tour, so we won't be able to watch stuff until like the end of the year. So there's all these shows that we're waiting to watch. Famously, I just watch my favorite sitcoms over and over and over again on tour. I've been pretty busy, so I don't really have time to like watch something new. So I'll usually just have Arrested Development or The Office or Mr. Show or whatever on in the background, and that'll just be kind of looping as I'm working. What else we got? I live right across the river, so now I'm an hour away from you. I saw you in Hammond as the banana. I'm not totally certain what that means. Was I a banana? Oh, or you a banana? Oh, I think I remember this. Somebody came to the meet and greet dressed as a banana that had, and this was pretty interesting, the costume peeled down over themselves. So both horrifying and cool. Uh, let's see. Mentioned want to go on tour with Motionless in White and I Sign Kills. Yes, absolutely. I would love to do that, and I think that that tour would be pretty fucking awesome. What do you guys think? Would you like that? Would you like that tour? I don't know. I mean, I feel like I'm getting too aggressive. Like, would you like that? Like, I don't want to be aggressive about it, but I feel like it would be great. I really have to sleep, someone says. All right, well, go to bed. Good night. Let's see. What else we got? Somebody says that would be their dream tour. That's awesome. And again, I want to thank Hot Topic for all the support on this, for playing the record in the stores, for years of support for the band. I don't think anybody could argue that. For Black Veil Brides, Hot Topic has been one of the most important things as a kid for me. Growing up, you know, there wasn't a lot of places I could go where other people liked the same shit I liked, or, you know, dressed the way I dressed, or that kind of thing. But there was always, for me, it was like Newport on the Levee in Newport, Kentucky, Northgate Mall in Cincinnati, and Tri-County Mall in Cincinnati. All those Hot Topics, like when I was like from the ages like 10 to 15, I would go there and I would get, you know, whatever it was, Sex Pistols shirt or AFI shirt or Alkaline Trio. I remember buying all the Alkaline Trio records on the day that they came out at those Hot Topics, and it just meant the world to me. So knowing that over the